Hello, and welcome to the final race of the Factorial Link to the Past Archipelago tournament. For those of you who have not seen this yet, this is a multi-world tournament. What this means is that these two games have their items mixed up between each other, and both of them are randomized, and then they have to find items for not only themselves, but for their teammates. In this case, we have Team We're Sorry versus Team Bolas Azules. We're Sorry is composed of Tyran and Berserker. Bolas Azules is Matkap and Eolina. One Link to the Past player, one Factorial player on each team. I am always in trouble, joined by Sandra. And it looks like we are getting ready to go. All right, so for those of you who haven't seen the Factorial one, at least, since that's a very new randomizer still, what this basically does is it takes the base game, randomizes the science pack ingredients. Those are all over the place. It has completely different things that they have to craft in order to make their science packs. Then they use those science packs to research random tech, which is going to be their location checks. And it looks like we've got Hammer in the house and a standard start for Link to the Past side. Looks like they've got copper ore and iron stick for their recipe. That's a very, very easy one. That's very nice to see. We've had a lot of really gross recipes so far this tournament, so that's a very nice one. Very generous.
So
and Samaria, wow. Okay. Let's see, what was that one? That was nuclear power. Not much they can do with that, unfortunately, without fuel for it, but the free turbines will come in very helpful. The Factorio gets granted free inventory items whenever they get granted their technology. So you'll see that they have a stack of steam engines in their inventory, or steam turbines in their inventory now that they can use if they so choose. So very, very good start. Hopefully we find some bomb drops on the Link to the Past side on this escape sequence, but not so far, just rubies. On Archipelago, there's also a shop sanity mode. It is available in this race, but since they didn't start with any money, we know that that's not in the pool, because that would have given them 600 rubies if they had shop sanity on.
Right.
I'm guessing we're gonna get a hammer hint, or a glove hint at some point, considering they already have hammer. Glove hint is definitely the meme so far for this tournament, and all of the Factorial Link to Past races, honestly. Yep, and there's Berserker making use of that free stream turbine. Already got it going to get his 2 labs online. Definitely saw that coming. That saves about 60 iron plates just right off the bat, which is huge. And I can just dump all of that into iron sticks. I didn't see if they have any biter bases nearby. Considering I haven't seen either of them go for any fish yet, probably not. They have gotten a progressive military, though, which is going to be helpful if there are any biters nearby. Oh, I didn't see the book. That's very nice to see also. that gives them some options to go with. But usually in the multi-world setting, you want to go for more checks and making sure you clear out your spheres rather than following what the progression does. Just because there's a very good chance that you may not find anything for yourself in that sphere, in those sphere 1 checks, you know, Agina or anything like that. But there's a very, very good chance of finding something important for somebody else.
Progression balancing is on, I assume?
Yes. So sphere 1 is very high priority. So we'll see what they opt to go as far as the routing. I'm guessing they'll do the standard CAC start, but it's after CAC is what we might see some split based on that book and hammer.
This being standard, of course, usually the escape can be up to 3 or 4 spheres. So.
Yeah, I think, I believe it considers escape as 1 sphere, and then overworld is becomes 2nd sphere at that point. But it's still, the only problem with that is really could become like, I mean, they still have to clear out everything that's accessible before they have those items, because they can reach those other things even without the items in this that they pick up here.
For reference, when we talk about spheres, that is a concept in randomizers of. So sphere 1 is all of the items that you can reach with your starting equipment, whatever that is. And then sphere 2 is whatever you can reach with the items you obtain in sphere 1, and so on.
One part of that is that a lot of those items you get in spheres are somebody else's responsibility, not your own.
Yeah.
But it still is considered in that first sphere. Looks like Berserker's got his first little baby automation set up for his red science. When I had a race where we had a really easy red science pack like this, I just had 1 assembler going into like 4 labs for about half the seed. Because I could just dump a bunch into it and just let it go. Alright, looks like Matkap is going to go ahead and do his CAC checks knocked out. Map check, looks like Eastern and Hera are red crystals.
Desert is a blue. Interesting.
It is a possibility for Pendant to be their goal. We have actually seen it so far in this tournament already, so that would be very funny if we got that. Kono opting to go for the Lumberjack check. It's always not a bad option. We'll see if Matkap goes and decides to pick that up, but it looks like he's not going to at the moment. He is going to check his pedestal, though, and see if there's anything there, since he's got that book. That's a very good move, just to see if there's anything important there, or to see if that's the goal. Because this will tell you both of those. Progressive Mining Prod, they're going to skip it. We'll see if Kono gets that information, but...
A fairy dropping bug. That's very interesting.
It's very safe. Looks like we've got Berserker taking on his first biter base, so they must have been fairly close by. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a desert to the south, which you get a lot of pollution in the Factorio Randomizer because of how quickly you're able to scale everything up with all of the free samples that you get. So very, very terrifying when you have a lot of bugs coming at you and you still only have a pistol, so taking care of them early is always good, especially when you get a military early. Looks like they've also gotten progressive armor, which is even more helpful. If bugs attack them, they won't be much of an issue. Yep, looks like Berserker's opting to use this cheap red science production for a little while. That'll be fun.
It may be cheap, but it takes a long time apparently, as said in the chat. Apparently, is that right?
Is it a long crafting time? He's able to get two. He's got 2 labs going for it. It can't be that bad. Looks like he's definitely opting to build his labs as early as possible, because I didn't even see if he set up a smelting array yet. So he's just gonna have to get a belt going into these and hand feed it for a little while. Or just chests. I like the chest option. That's one I do a lot too. Oh, we got both of our Link to the Past players clearing out their kek. Not surprising. That's a lot of checks very quick. Oh, I didn't see the rocket check. It was grain wire rail and engine unit. Okay, that's not bad. That means that they're going to need a progressive engine unit. They're going to need a progressive train network, circuit networks, and what's engine? Progressive engine. In the Factorio Randomizer, we have progressive items because it was in the very early days. Nothing was progressive, and it was just looking around trying to find everything, and it was very painful. So their goal on Factorio is to launch their rocket. That means that they have to research the rocket silo, place the rocket silo, and build the rocket. They can check their tech tree to see what their ingredients are, which is the green wire rail and engine unit. We've already gotten a progressive train network, so that's done. They're still gonna need the other 2 to go mode, and then they're also going to need their logistics science and research it. Logistics science, just because of the way it works, is always going to be craftable from Sphere 1 items, so once they get access to it, they'll be able to craft it for sure.
So yes, in case anyone is unaware, this is running on Archipelago, which has about 9 other games as well.
Currently it's 8. We're currently it's 8 games total. We're gonna be at 10 here in a few days probably, but officially we're at 8 still. We've got there was also a Minecraft tournament which just finished up the other day. That's played on the Archipelago system. This is Factorio and Link to the Past. We also have Ocarina of Time, Risk of Rain 2, Slay the Spire, Subnautica, and Time Spinner. And to be soon is Secret of Evermore and Super Metroid. Very exciting things. And these are all multi-world capable, and they can all be mixed together like this in any combination. Oh, I didn't see where those boots were, but they both got boots now.
So for reference, in Factorio, the only items whose recipes are randomized are science packs and the rocket silo, I believe.
We'll get to recipe rando eventually. It's not there yet, though.
Yeah, only those.
Not looking forward to it.
And yes, they have picked up boots in Blind's hideout.
Ah, that's where it was. Kono is opting to do South Shore now. Let's see where Matkap goes. Still haven't found a sword interesting enough. I mean, they have pretty good weapons already, but no sword's a bit concerning.
There's a hookshot outside.
Was that a hookshot and he didn't pick it up?
Yep.
That must have been an accident. Well, oh, I see. I didn't realize. I see. We had entrance shuffle. Okay. We have dungeon shuffle.
Oh.
I wonder if he knew that already, or if he did that just to confirm it, because that would have been a risky play if they didn't have dungeon shuffle. Don't know what type of dungeon shuffle we have quite yet, though. I believe there are different options for it in the race settings. Oh, and we've got a death from Kono. Unfortunate, and Mini Moldworm too. Dungeons full is the only option we have available. Okay, so it's going to be a dungeons full shuffle.
Right. That means any dungeon entrance, including the various options, though since this is standard, does that... I don't think that includes the Hyrule Castle roof, does it? Or does it?
It does include the roof, yes. Because you can mirror to it.
Right.
It's really nasty in the Dungeons Crossed option.
So... I was curious whether it had all of those forced to be vanilla because of standard mode.
I don't believe so. That might be... I might be wrong there. Because I remember at one point there was implementation of being able to shuffle those as well. At the very least, Aga entrance would be shuffled still.
Yeah.
But I actually don't remember how those two... those might be vanilla still. I actually didn't think about that because of standard.
Yeah.
Yep, that sure was a circuit network in there. So there's their circuit network. They already have one of their progressive train networks. They have two progressive train networks, actually, which is pretty good. So Go mode for Factorio is coming really close. They need the Science Pack, and they need Engine Unit.
Vanilla Ice Rod.
Very nice. Love going out of my way for an ice rod. Alright, we've got our... looks like we've got our first smelting arrays both set up on both sides. Eolina is lining up more efficient red science production. Berserker's still going off his janky automation, but I can respect it. He's got labs being automated, so he's probably going to be looking to expand very soon. Especially with all those free steam turbines. That's 10 boilers without having to provide anything else for them. We'll see how early they start to opt for crafting steel, though. Oh, I don't believe they have progressive processing yet, either. They're going to need that as well to win, since they need it to make steel. So they actually can't make steel yet. So that's fun. Finding a whole bunch of rubies before going to Zora. Very nice. It's like Kono is going to check his eastern area instead of doing Zora check. See if he finds anything good over there. Skull Woods is our green pendant. It's very good knowledge to have, considering it's possible for them to find a Dark World dungeon over in the Light World still. And they don't have Dark World access yet.
Zora offering 500 rupees for a half piece, which is not the best trade I've ever seen.
Very raw deal. In the Archipelago system, if you have hints enabled, Zora will tell you what he has without you having to pay. The bottle merchant also does this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the handy features of the Archipelago version of A Link to the Past.
I believe it was implemented right about when Shop Shuffle was implemented, because it was very hard to have money with Shop Shuffle and Scam Fish taking all of your money. And it looks like Eastern is Thieves Town. And this is, I guess this is where we find out if we get, oh no, we already know that we don't have any key shuffle because they found map in Hyrule Castle, actually, in Escape. So big key is going to be here, which means that they can potentially clear Thieves Town. Boss Singularity is also a possibility, so we'll see if that gets rolled in here. Actually had yesterday's race actually had a blind singularity, so
That sounds fun.
oh, of course.
For reference, that means that every single boss in every dungeon, except when it can't be done for technical reasons, is the same.
Ono hasn't been to the desert area, right? Because this looks like that's what Matkap is opting to do here. He's going to check his desert entrance as well and see what he's got there. Meanwhile, Berserker's finally getting his red science set up. He's going for a much larger scale, it seems, though.
You do need a lot of red science.
You need a lot of red science. I can't tell what that crafting time is, but it can't be good because it looks like it's going pretty slow.
It might be cheap, but it's long.
Yeah, I believe Eolina definitely has more labs active at the moment. Berserker's still trying to get proper... He wants to get proper red science set up before he gets his labs all set up, it looks like.
And there's Ice Palace. The Matkap.
I didn't see what that hint tile said.
The powder can be found somewhere.
So now Matkap's going to go check and see if they are able to clear their Thieves Town and see what our reward is.
The powder is on Helma, apparently.
I wonder if that confirms we don't have boss shuffle then. That's very scary. Considering that hint, yeah, I'm pretty sure that ensures we don't have any boss shuffle. That's unfortunate. We'll see if Kono decides to do a hammer or cane blind.
I'm being told that that doesn't confirm boss shuffle.
Yeah, it's pretty unlikely though. I mean, I guess it's possible that we'll have Helma singularity, but I mean, it's very possible.
Is it only singularity or not?
It did say pod boss. It didn't say Helma. Yeah, that would make a difference. Westmost champs in Swamp are stronger explosives and a heart piece. So Kono now knows he can skip Swamp's left side. So yeah, checking those hint tiles sometimes can be very, very useful. Sometimes you wouldn't think to do that, especially in a race, because usually hints are off in races. But when you got to find items for other people, the hints turn out to be fairly useful sometimes. Archipelago also has a hint system, which we will see implemented later on in this race, more than likely. Basically, they're connected to a server, and they can call to that server and hint for an item in their world. Say that they need, more than likely we're going to see a glove hint, since they still haven't found one. And then it'll take a certain amount of locations. In this tournament, it's 20% to get one hint. So they need to do... without shop shuffle, 21 checks before they can actually hint for an item. And then once they hint for that item, they need to do another 21. So they're typically very sparing using those hints. Try not to waste them, since you want to finish as quickly as possible and you don't have a lot of points to go with.
I'm pretty sure it's just every 21 checks you get a hint point, which you can spend them all in a row.
Yes, correct. Are we doing singularity? Nice. Unfortunately, Kono taking a death there before he could check the big chest. Didn't see if he has map or compass yet, but he might be able to skip it. Looks like he's going to chance it and see, at least find out what this boss is. And it's Helma.
Hello, Helma. How are
Well,
you?
we'll see if he decides to do the 3-heart greenmail Helmasaur with no sword. Possible, not fun. But man, Helmasaur Singularity is going to be very fun. It's very unfortunate that we got Skull Woods as a pendant, and we know that pendant's not our goal, because that would have been very fun to see Helmacopter. We're going to be missing out, though.
Mhm.
Alright, looks like Berserker's finally got his more proper lab setup ready to go. I don't believe either player has gotten one of their progressive science packs yet. So they're going to be searching for that, but they also need a progressive processing, and they need a progressive engine unit. So they're definitely not going to be hinting anytime soon. Also, Factorio needs to get like 38 technologies researched before they can actually hint for anything. So we'll see. We'll see if they even end up hinting for anything before they hit go mode. I'm trying to decide if he wants to keep going for Helmasaur or where he wants to go next. Interesting that neither player decided to go to the big chest for first. Oh, they don't have the small key. That would do it. I almost always do the big chest first because I hate having to go back for it. And it looks like Matkap, was that Silver's? Hasn't shown up on Tracker yet, but I'm pretty sure that was Silver's. Very nice to find early, especially before getting to Helma. Nope, it was regular bow. Oh yeah, the upper stairs in Hyrule Castle definitely are shuffled. Kono just walked out of the top right entrance of Hyrule Castle and he's in desert now. So yeah, those are shuffled. That's what I thought. They can't be in the Dark World, but yeah, they're still shuffled.
Yeah, they can only be in the Light World, but they could be at any dungeon entrance in the Light World.
Yep.
Just say the upper of Hyrule Castle and the desert entrances and Eastern and Terra. But no, obviously
Yeah.
they're not it.
Unfortunately, Kippy, we already know that Skull Woods is going to be skipped. It's very unfortunate. We already know that Skull Woods isn't required. At least the boss, unless they have a progression item on the boss. That would be the only way they would end up doing that.
That would be very funny.
It would be very funny, though. About to find out his dungeon is his ice palace is over here. think we're all sad we're not getting Helicopter today. I just think it's hilarious that the powder can be found with Helmasaur King, yet Helmasaur is everywhere. That's such a good hint. The hint tiles are useless half the time, and I just love it. I mean, the hint telling them that they didn't need to go to do the west side of Swamp is very useful if they turn out needing to do Swamp, so... Still need their Dark World access, and it looks like they're gonna need a glove or a flute to really do anything else at this point. Matkap's checking the back of Escape since they couldn't do that earlier. Let's see what we got. Rubies. And a mirror. That's nice. It's a good find. Like that star was a progressive rocketry, not... Or it was either... Yeah, it was a train network. That's not very useful. Oh, we do have a hint from Matkap for a glove, though. It's at Belt Immunity Equipment, which is a decently expensive one, so that might be a little while. Yeah, it does mean the boss, but it's... or the area. It's correct. It still would be very funny if it was actually linked to the bosses, but I know that that's not how it works. I kept using that mirror to check their Harl Castle exits. The hate to find in pedestal? Oh man, there's a lot of those in Factorio. You got Spidertron, you got Atomic Bomb. Man, what's the other one? Those ones are my favorite because they almost always hold progression. Almost always. So it's significantly worse than having to do pedestal. They cost about 2,500 to 3,000 science. Yeah, Spidertron is the most expensive tech. And it has progression most of the time. Because, oh boy, don't we love randomizers. I'm pretty sure we've had multiple Spidertron holdings in this tournament. Even if not, like we're doing we do practice races and such all the time over in the Archipelago Discord, by the way, discord.gg/archipelago or archipelago.gg/discord. And like constantly there's a glove on Spidertron. It's always glove. Like hinting for glove in Spidertron is like the meme at this point because I've seen it happen like 5 times. And we haven't been doing races for that long, maybe a couple months.
And even if you don't feel like racing, there's regularly just some co-op for fun multi-worlds that we do.
Yeah, there have actually been 3 multi-worlds in the Discord just today. So come in and join the fun.
You can play any game you want that Archipelago supports, and it's great fun with whatever settings you want. Just come and join the fun.
And for those who haven't been here the entire time, I guess I'll just repeat myself. This is a cross-world multi-world. So the both games are randomized. The random items are mixed up between each other's world. We got one Link to the Past and one Factorio player against another one. Teams of 2. And yeah. Well, if you don't like fun, there's nothing I can do to help you. I'm sorry.
If you don't like fun, play a Nightmare State.
Oh yeah. Play Insanity Entrance Shuffle. That'll do it. Speaking of insanity, we have Ocarina of Time with almost all of its settings from the main Ocarina of Time branch. Actually, I believe it does have everything now. It has in a day or two, it'll have entrance shuffle and overworld shuffle, but it does have Way of the Hero, and it does have all of the crazy insanity stuff.
Factorial Randomizer will randomize all of the text between the worlds, and there are various texts, and you have to research them, and then when you finish, you have to do the rocket and launch the rocket, and that leads you to finish.
I didn't see them get the progressive science, but Berserker's got shotgun shells going. Oh, that's great. Shotgun shells and copper wire for green science. Oh man, that's hilarious. And they're gonna need a lot of iron for their rocket, so that's actually really funny. Yes, so they have. I think Kono is trying to line up fake water walk right now because he hasn't gone to the Zora area yet.
The Factorio randomizer is actually unique to Archipelago. You can only play it as part of Archipelago.
We also have some other unique randomizers such as Minecraft and Slay the Spire and Risk of Rain 2 and Subnautica, all of which do not have their own standalone randomizers.
Of course, Slay the Spire and Risk of Rain 2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're already random, I guess, but they don't have a randomizer, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Yeah, the thing Archipelago has for them mainly is their ability to participate in these multi-worlds between various things.
You can do water walk without Pearl, yeah. You can do it just with boots. You have to kind of bump into the wall a little bit and get like an edge line. There's other areas you can do it, but you just don't see it very often. Matt kept going for a splash delete to get that ledge item. I didn't see what the ledge item was, but it must be important. Or it's a star and they just want to pick it up for safety. It's a star. Looks like actually Eolina still does not have that progressive science pack, so they don't have their green science yet, while Berserker does have his. That could be a slight advantage depending on what else we find in the automation science trees. Berserker doing a map check and seeing that he's got some nasty biters over there. And they're dead. Alright. Gotta love that early artillery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Factorio randomizer is really fun. Basically, it randomizes your science packs and it randomizes your rocket recipes. There's a few different options you can do actually. For this tournament, we have random science pack recipes. We have a random rocket recipe, and then you have to research your rocket silo, which will grant you a free rocket silo in your inventory to win. All of your Matkap is in BK, but he knows where Glove is, but it's possible that Eolina may not be able to reach it at the time. Yeah, oh no? They should have it by now. It's probably just being researched right now. They just haven't gotten it yet. It was likely a very expensive glove, considering they hinted for that maybe about 8 minutes ago or so. Interestingly enough, Kono has not hinted for any items yet. Looks like he's going to give Thieves Town another shot, though, without anything else to do. It's possible that they're hoping to find something in those mixed science packs. I mean, yes, Mountain's a good play, but they really don't have any other play to make. He doesn't really have any other play to make at the moment, considering they don't have Moon Pearl still. So Glove doesn't give access to a whole lot on its own. They do have the hammer still, and they have and Matkap does have the mirror, which Kono has not gotten yet. I'm trying to remember. That was in the back of Escape. Kono hasn't done that yet. Did just get his bow, though, which is very helpful. That's true. They could have... Yeah, they can check that left desert entrance also. I forgot about that, actually. They can check that left desert entrance and see what's over there. The other thing here is to remember is that since they have their mirror and their hammer, that's full... And hookshot, that's full Death Mountain access. They can clear the entire thing. So, and there's the other glove. So definitely a good choice. We'll see if they go for that mystery item. Looks like it.
An extremely good choice, yeah. And there's Moon Pearl.
So that's our Dark World access. Oh, whiffed the bomb jump. Still no sword, which is kind of hilarious that they're this far in and still haven't gotten a sword. I'm guessing the Moon Pearl was from Eolina, which means that it's somewhere in red science. That may actually hurt Worst Team We're Sorry, with that being locked in red science, since now that they have the green science pack, Berserker's going to be prioritizing those. He's going to be trying to... more than likely he's going to be trying to pick up the cheapest stuff he possibly can in order to hint for the final recipe he needs for his rocket. Though, at the moment, it looks like he still needs 2 technologies, so that probably wouldn't be a good play yet.
Thankfully, Factorio does tell you whether or not something is progression or not, so you can avoid it if it isn't.
Looks like Matkap opted to bail on Death Mountain and go for those Moon Pearl checks.
Fair enough.
Did he check the swamp entrance?
I
think he just skipped it. He is getting a gold check though, which is not a bad idea. But with only 1 sword, there's not a whole lot you can do, even if you do have a 0 crystal. Gold check as early as possible is always smart. I think I would have at least checked the swamp entrance, though, since you know that it's not going to be swamp, or more than likely it won't be. 1 crystal. Yeah. So all he needs is a sword to finish, right? Because I believe Thieves Town was a crystal?
Yeah, I think so.
I guess we'll get confirmation when Kono finishes it up here. Oh yeah, they also don't have a fire source yet. This is 2 teams. Team We're Sorry versus Team Bolas Azules. Each team is 2 players, one playing Factorio and one of them is playing Link to the Past. And they are on the same seed, so the Link to the Past players have everything in the same locations. Factorio's all in the same locations. They're sharing items between each other, because this is a multi-world where all of their items are mixed up. That Moon Pearl was in the Factorio world, So was the first glove, which they need for the both of which they need for their Dark World access.
Here we'll see Paradox Cave.
I'm taking another death to that Helmasaur. Not getting a lot of health, which is definitely something you see very, very common with these Factorio and Link to the Past seeds, because Factorio is doing its best to try and research important stuff, since they can see in their tech tree what items are important and which items are not important. Obviously, they want to try and get access to higher spheres for both players, so that's what they're prioritizing. And Matkap's at Tempered now, so all he needs is a fire source in order to finish. We'll see if he hints for it as soon as he can.
Kono's going to Dark Room, the Death Mountain as well.
I mean, we already know it's a pretty good play.
Yep. Of course, they don't.
Well, they must know something we don't if they're both doing it. I mean, I probably would do the same thing too, because I would have forgotten about the desert entrance over there. Yeah, Two Swords and Paradox is very funny though. Looks like Matkap is going to finish clearing out his mountain now though. We'll probably get a tablet check here as well.
You need a lot of labs.
Yeah, your entire goal in Factorio is to research, so makes sense. And he also knows that Kono is very borderline BK, so he's doing his best. And oh, I didn't see him get that Moon Pearl, but he's got his Moon Pearl and his glove now. So now Kono has his Dark World access. Let's see if we get a quick gold check here from him as well. Alright, TR, what medallion do we got? I sure hope it's not the one that we have.
Nope.
Perfect. Can clear out Hookshot though. And considering they had a 1 crystal Ganon, there's a very good chance that they can open their tower now, but it's also possible that it's still closed.
Yes.
So checking the entrance is still a good idea. Half magic, wow.
Both Link to the Past has to complete its goal, which in this case is beating Ganon, and Factorio has to launch its rocket.
Oh, we've got a one crystal, we got a map check. So, Skullwoods, we already knew was green pendant. Looks like Swamp is also a pendant, so that's definitely going to be getting skipped. And our last one was Misery Mire. So those 3 dungeons we're not going to see today.
I doubt we're going to see too many anyway, because...
Yeah, 1 crystal, yeah, it's probably not. We're going to be... Assuming Kono checks his goal fairly soon, he's going to be doing a whole bunch of overworld and trying to find that fire source, because that's go mode. Looks like Swamp. Oh, we didn't get a GT check. Interesting.
Are forfeits
My goodness.
on him? Or do they have to actually
They're
find
auto forfeits.
Right.
So whenever one of the players finishes the game, they're going to... It's called a forfeit. It's not quite a forfeit because basically they're going to relinquish all the items left in their world. So any checks that they don't do that are items for another player are going to be sent out to the other player. In the case of Factorio, forfeiting out all their items to Link to the Past is going to be about 3 minutes of just standing around. So, which has happened a lot in this tournament. Because it's very likely that Factorio ends up finishing first with these settings.
Given that we are a 1 crystal Ganon, What exactly is required to use Ganon again?
Logically, it's silver arrows. I believe minimum Master Sword. No, it's got to be. I'm pretty sure it's tempered at minimum, but it might be Master Sword. And then you need a fire source, and then in this case, one crystal. Both of these players can do silverless Ganon, so really all they need for go mode is a fire source. They both all. I don't think Kono finished out Thieves Town,
Yeah,
did he?
it's just Master Sword for Ganon.
Kono did not finish out Thieves Town, so he still needs a crystal. Master Sword is logical, okay. I know it's doable, like, without glitching with Master Sword and Silvers, but it's still really hard.
Oh, sure.
Sure, all the people in the chat that have been playing Link to the Past forever don't think it's hard, but they've been doing it longer. Looks like we've actually got a hint for a lamp over here, and it is in the Misery Mire main lobby, which is at the Desert Palace West entrance, which we already know how to get to. So we'll see if Matkap rushes there or if he decides to finish out some more of these overworld checks before he goes over there. I would opt to go over there because that's that's the go mode.
Chad Rain said in the chat, with both runners forgetting West DP entrance, I hope that isn't where Lamp is. And that is exactly where Lamp is.
That's exactly where Lamp is. We'll see if Matkap remembers that. Yes, and this both of these games are randomized together and is a multi-game, multi-world. So there are Factorio items in Hyrule, and there are Hyrule items in Factorio. Yep, Matkap is rushing straight for that lamp, and straight for his goal. Everything this tournament is brought to you by Archipelago. Thank you so much to SpeedGaming for hosting this tournament and everything. It's been really great support. It's been a really good tournament so far. This is actually our final tournament from the Archipelago side. We also had an Archipelago two-player Minecraft tournament because on the Archipelago site we have many other randomizers that you can play. There's Link to the Past and Factorio, of course, shown here. We also have Minecraft. We have Risk of Rain 2 and Slay the Spire are supported. We have Subnautica randomizer, and we also have, what was the other one? Time Spinner.
The Time Spinner randomizer, which also had a tournament just recently on SpeedGaming.
I think they just finished their winners bracket yesterday, but I think they have some losers finals to finish up.
Yeah, that randomizer supports Archipelago as well, so can and personally I think it is very fun.
Oh, I've been playing so much Time Spinner. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I've been playing Time Spinner more than any of the other games.
Same here.
I'm very bad at all of the games in the Archipelago, but I play all of them, so you know it's something. I have base knowledge of all of them, other than Subnautica. I don't know how that game works. Tried it, didn't like it, but that's okay. We have so many games that even if there's ones that you don't like, there's other options that you probably do like.
Yeah.
Super Metroid is also coming soon, and Secret of Evermore is also coming very soon. Thanks, Shatter.
It should be noted that from my understanding, the Subnautica rando in Archipelago is currently a bit of a mess, and I don't think necessarily works properly all the time.
It's not so much the randomizer that's a problem, because it does have a lot of crashing problems, but a lot of that is just like the base game, and there's not much the dev can really do about it, unfortunately. Luckily, that's really the only huge problem it has, is that it crashes a lot. So if you want to play a Subnautica randomizer, make sure you save very frequently.
If you were a burrito, what kind of burrito would you be?
Who, me? Bean.
I'd probably say much the same, yeah.
Chicken's pretty good, but I wouldn't be chicken. I'm no chicken. I'll give you your protein, though, dang it.
Yeah, this A Link to the Past is very quick.
This is the first time I've seen a Link to the Past player finish before Factorio. Other than, well, yesterday's race, but it was like 30-second gap, so that barely counts. I'm sure there have been some other ones in the tournament, but this is the first time I've seen it. Oh, we got the hint for where silvers are. They're in Worker Robots 3. That's a very bad location for that. Luckily, it doesn't look like Matkap here needs it. I thought Kono was going to check goal. I didn't see. Maybe he died on the way there again? But Kono's been having a very rough time of it with the lack of health.
Yeah.
Berserker actually has his rocket queued up now, though. I didn't see if he got his final text. Let me check on here. He does have his progressive processing, so he can set up steel if he hasn't already. But he's still missing that engine unit. Maybe he's hoping to get it in a forfeit? I'm not sure. Yeah, Kono has not been to Paradox yet. He just didn't go to the top of the mountain once he got that pearl. He did get that first sword out of what's it called? Hype Cave, so at least he has that. Ah, I see. Berserker actually hinted for both of his for his progressive engine. So he must have gotten that must have lucked upon that progressive processing and decided to hint for it. So I'm assuming either that's what's queued up right before his rocket, which is more than likely the case.
So Matkap is just finishing now.
He's got an official race time.gg time of 56:03. Very good time. It's very, very fast considering how rough that start was. The basically having to clear Thieves Town with a Helmasaur in it to do anything.
So Eolina just has to finish their Factorio seed, and they will be the victor at this rate.
Looks like Kono might be hinting for his next item.
And has now checked goal.
Yeah, he definitely knows what his goal is. We'll just see if he decides to try for that Helma fight one more time, or if he's probably going to opt to do other dungeons. Oh, we got a safe quit, so we'll see. Neither of the Factorio players have finished yet, so this is still it's still very possible for We're Sorry to take this game.
That is true. Since Berserker is in go mode, yeah?
Yes.
And has been working towards the engine for longer than Eolina has, I believe.
Well, he can't research his engine yet, but since he has that processing, he's already getting all of it set up and ready to go. He's already got his full lineup over here with pipes and steel feeding into it. So he's definitely rushing for it.
Yes, all items that were in the A Link to the Past seed for Factorio for Eolina are now in that game. So goal completion state is sent when walking into the Triforce room in Link to the Past.
It's every game in Archipelago has a different like time for when it does goal completion, but usually it's goal completion same time as you would call it for any other when you were just playing the randomizer standalone. So for Link to the Past, that's as soon as you walk into Triforce Room, that's goal complete. For Factorio, it's when the like goal completed screen shows up on your screen, which will tell you your time. Minecraft, I think, doesn't send the goal completion state until after getting back into the overworlds, which means you have to skip the credits in that one.
That's interesting.
Yeah, well, it's because it's very possible for you to go from the end, for you to logically need to go to the end in order to actually get access to the dragon, like to finish all of your checks, or finish all of the advancements that you need to spawn the dragon. So you need a way to get back to the overworld, so that the end portal is always open.
Right.
Yeah, the Factorio players need to launch their rocket in order to win. Berserker is researching his engine unit right now, which is one of his recipes, is one of the ingredients needed for his rocket parts. So he's working on getting that going. As soon as he gets that researched, he's going to be rushing that rocket silo and building it. And
yeah, to beat the Factorio game, you only need red and green science in these settings.
Yes, this was set to maximum of logistics science, which is the second science.
The green science.
So they only needed to research those.
And yes, there is interaction between the two games. This is a multi-world, so items for A Link to the Past could be found on researchers for Factorio and vice versa.
Did Eolina get that engine out of the forfeit? There's two engines in the pool, so it's possible that they did, but I don't see one here.
There's no interaction between the teams though, so.
Well, other than communication. Oh, you mean one team to the other team? Yeah, no.
Yeah. There maybe is a top secret possible upcoming feature. There may be the ability to send traps from one team to the other in the future.
Factorio already has traps.
Yeah, and A Link to the Past also has traps. But
oh, God bless B-Miser. I love B-Miser.
But there may be the ability to interact between the two teams and send the other team traps.
Looks like we've got a spike in viewers, so I'm going to go ahead and explain everything again to all the people just joining us. This is the Archipelago, Factorio, and Link to the Past Multiworld tournament. This is actually the final match of it. Basically, this is a multi-game, multi-world system, so there are multiple games in the that support this system, and they can all connect to each other. They mix up those items between each other and kind of send them back and forth. So Link to the Past game has Factorio items in it that they have to send to their other player to help them progress, and vice versa.
That may happen at some point, Senotaki.
That would be very funny. You should suggest that to Berserker. He would probably love that. Just a forced trap item. There are also other games supported by Archipelago. We actually just finished up a Minecraft randomizer tournament, if anybody has not seen that one around. That is also supported in Multiworld, can be combined with either of these two games, or just, with another Minecraft game, maybe. There's also Ocarina of Time, Slay the Spire, Risk of Rain 2. You can check us out on Discord, and we also have a website, archipelago.gg or discord.gg/archipelago. We also have Time Spinner and Subnautica, and there's probably another game I'm missing, and then soon coming very soon, Super Metroid and Secret of Evermore.
Yeah, there's so many.
That's a lot of labs.
Yeah.
I really hope he gives us a count at the end.
There's so many different games and more coming, and there's an API. So if you're a randomizer developer of any kind, you can come on down and add yours to the archipelago and have more fun for everyone.
Shout out to Randomizer devs for doing things. It was really cool. Time Spinner is one of my favorite games to be playing right now. We've got Jarno in here who implemented that. So shout out. Thanks for that, Jarno.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have ever known about Time Spinner with that before Archipelago, honestly. So
yeah,
it's very fun.
I played it many years ago, but I went and bought it on PC specifically to play it in Archipelago. Because it's really fun.
Ganon without a fire source. I wonder what the play is here. Maybe Berserker thinks his rocket is going to launch very soon, or I didn't see the hint, but maybe they know where that one of those fire sources is. Barbacoa burritos are pretty good too, though. I definitely recommend it. Barbacoa is pretty delicious. It's a type of beef. Very good.
To be honest, I've barely ever had many burritos, but
you're missing out.
I'm not typically a huge fan of Mexican food.
Then you're definitely missing out.
I mean, I like tortillas, but that's about it.
Looks like Berserker's rocket is a little bit over 60%. Maybe the play here is that Kono is going to try and shoot for phase 4 and then pause until he gets Berserker's forfeit so that he can try to finish a little bit quicker. So he's only about 10 minutes behind Matkap right now, which I know sounds like a lot in a race. Like 10 minutes Link to the Past to Link to the Past. Like that's a lot. But considering we're going based off combined time, it's still completely possible for Berserker to finish in over 10 minutes before Eolina. So we'll see what happens. We've had plenty of races in this tournament with like 20-minute gaps, so
it's total time between the two?
Yeah, combined time.
Not who finishes both first.
Right. It's combined time.
I see.
And Eolina actually still does not have a progressive engine, which is very rough. So they're still researching to get that progressive engine so they can finish. So it's very we're sorry it could still take this even with the very rough start that Kono had. He's having a pretty rough Ganon fight here too, but they still stand a chance. So
yeah, because it's combined time, that means you want to finish your goal as soon as possible.
think what I'm noticing here the most, at least on Eolina's side, is that they did have their labs set up very, very quick. I think they had more labs set up quickly before Berserker did, but it looks like they didn't really scale that up. They still only have about, that looks like maybe about 30 to 35 labs, which is, sounds like a lot, but honestly, that's really not a lot for these Factorio randomizers. Very often find myself at 60 to 80 labs, especially in military science or higher, where you need to research a lot of things.
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting how you wouldn't think Factorio would manage to be the same length as Link to the Past, but just by setting particular options, you can get it to be very close.
Yeah, Factorio scales very, very well with different games, which is very
Yeah,
funny.
you could make it extremely long or extremely short. It all comes down to what options you have.
And we're getting a rocket launch.
Getting Berserker's rocket launch, and
He is spamming that mouse button. Oh man, he's ready for that. Ready for that rocket to get out of here. Get out of his face. And I'm sure Kono's excited for it as well, because that means he's going to get some health, some likely an armor upgrade, considering he's still on green mail. And
I think he's
I think he's hoping for a fire source here. We know that the lamp was in Misery Mire, so I guess we could see if the fire rod's in here. Actually, looking at Matkap's tracker, he still doesn't have a fire rod, which means that it is in Factorio somewhere. So Kono is going to get that here. He's not going to get the half magic, unfortunately, though. That was in Link to the Past world.
Of course, Kono has to basically sit there for 3 minutes waiting for all the items to come through. Because A Link to the Past enjoys this.
Oh, yes. I sure love getting spammed with items for 3 minutes straight.
Yeah. Only really A Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time are like this. Super Metroid is somewhat like this too.
Yeah, Super Metroid doesn't have as many checks as Factorio for sure, but it definitely finishes very, very quickly.
Yeah, Super Metroid only having 100 checks, there's not that much to receive. Other games like Time Spinner, for instance, just give you everything all at once, which makes forfeiting a lot less painful. It's only like 3 seconds as opposed to 3 minutes.
For any of those that are maybe joining right about now, we've this is the Archipelago, Factorio, and Link to the Past tournament. This is the final match. It was a round robin style tournament, so it's not the finals, but this is the last match of the tournament. This is a cross game multi-world, so we have two teams, Team We're Sorry and Team Bolas Azules. Each team has one Factorio player and one Link to the Past player. Each of them has their items shuffled amongst each other, and they have to Factorio has to research items in order to send out stuff, and Link to the Past is, it plays its game like it normally does, and hopes that it finds technology to send to Factorio to help them finish. And it looks like we've got a dead pig from Kono.
So that means both sides have now finished on Berserker and Kono, so their final time is now out.
We've got Berserker at 1:10:05, and we've got Kono at 1:12:59. Since this is a team format, we use that combined time. So they still have a chance to win, even though Kono was about 15 minutes slower than Matkap, who finished at 56 minutes.
Yeah, it just depends if Eolina takes.
Depends on that progressive engine, how long it takes him to either find it or hit for it.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're still searching for that engine. Yeah, team We're Sorry ended with 2:23 and then like 4 seconds. We've still got maybe about 10 to 15 minutes for Eolina to finish. So we don't know who's won quite yet, but GG's to We're Sorry. Both finishing it around the same time.
And I suppose after this finishes, we should be able to declare the final rankings of the tournament as a whole.
We already know that Team Horse Lord took it. They won every single one of their matches, so
Yep.
they won it. My team, which was team what did I call my team again? I don't remember. Moon Spaghetti. Team Magic, what was it? Mystic Elf, Magic Elf? I forgot now. I don't remember the team names off the top of my head. But we're tied with them. If Team We're Sorry takes this, then I think that's a 3 or a 4-way tie between all the rest of us and Horse Lord taking the tournament. So because we all took one match on each other.
Well, no, if Team We're Sorry wins this, they get, by the looks of things, second place. If they lose, then it's a 4-way tie.
Oh, right. Because they took it up on Elf. They took the win on Elf. That's right.
If they lose, they tie with Bolas Azulis. If they win, they come second overall.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we finally got that hint from Eolina for that progressive engine. So it looks like they're looking for it to queue it up now. And we just got rated from SpeedGaming too. So for those of us just joining us, welcome to the Archipelago Factorial Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament Final. I was literally in the process of describing it, but hey, I'll go over it again. That's that's fine. So this is Archipelago is a cross-game multi-world system. There are 8 games currently supported, which you can all randomize either on their own or in a multi-world setting, both with the same game or with other games. In this case, this is Factorio and Link to the Past. Link to the Past has its items shuffled amongst itself and in the Factorio world, and vice versa for Factorio here. The search function in Factorio would be, for this mode, would be really, really nice. Unfortunately, don't have that yet. It's in progress. Archipelago also supports Minecraft, which we just had a tournament for that. It was a 2v2 format also, except the players were both in one world instead of 2 separate worlds. There's we also have Risk of Rain 2, Ocarina of Time, Slay the Spire, Subnautica, Time Spinner, and very, very soon we'll have Super Metroid and Secret of Evermore.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hang out archipelago.gg/discord or discord.gg/archipelago. We have multi-worlds happening constantly. Anybody is welcome to join. Come in, hang out, ask questions. Love to see you. There have been about 3 to 4 multi-worlds, just casually ones, just today. So anybody is welcome to join any multi-world whenever you're free, or you can just schedule your own just to find some people to play your favorite randomizer with.
Yeah, It's true what you guy mentioned. I suppose I forgot that in a round robin, since every team plays each other, you can break two-way ties by the head-to-head. I suppose.
We could. I don't believe. I think the consensus has already been made that they're not going to for this one. It's just all the people that are tied are going to split the pool for those positions for it because these were very small tournaments. We don't have much of a competitive community quite yet because since Archipelago is a multi-world system, it's more cooperative, of course. But
Yeah,
it's been a very fun tournament. Seen a lot of really funny, crazy stuff in this tournament. This has definitely been one of the nicer seeds in the tournament, and it's still going.
yeah,
Hey, now if the Ocarina of Time player gets ice traps, that's on them. That's on themselves. That's completely their own fault.
yeah. And oh yeah,
Um,
another feature we have in Archipelago is Deathlink, which is always fun.
If I'm
We have
doing math correctly, which I definitely don't trust myself to do math correctly, Eolina still has about 8 or 9 minutes to finish before it's actually a loss.
Death Deathlink means that if one player dies in one of the games, the other player also dies, which is fun.
Yeah, I already tested that out. No, it wasn't that fun. I didn't like it. You don't realize how much other people die until you're also dying because of them. It's very questionable.
Yeah, just it's
I will admit, I definitely did a death warp and killed everybody, and that was great. But
yeah.
it wasn't as
Don't
great.
do
Everybody else did it.
that.
Looks like Eolina is starting to line up their engine production.
Mhm.
Considering they still don't have their engines crafted, I didn't see what the engine crafting time was, but there's very low chance they're gonna be able to launch their rocket in the next 6 minutes. Just because crafting those engines alone is going to take quite a while,
Yeah, that's
and then you have
some.
to wait on the rocket to actually construct too. So those on top of each other, it's looking very much in favor of Team We're Sorry right now, which
Yeah,
is a little bit surprising with how fast Matkap finished.
yeah. That that's what happens when you have uh, when you're in a team setting. You unfortunately, even if one of you is good, the other player can make the wrong choices or something, and
Yes, I threw all of our matches. I sure did. I will take the blame for every match that I lost because I am very bad at Factorio. I do not plan ahead. I just kind of build stuff.
yeah, if you
But I won one match, so I'll take it. And Minecraft. I'll take partial blame for Minecraft, not full blame for that one. No, imports are not allowed. The actual what the Archipelago randomizer for Factorio, what it actually does is it outputs a mod that you just drop in the Factorio installation, and that's what you run on. But like that mod can actually disable any blueprints that you already have on your system, which
I
that's enabled for this race, of course.
yeah, it's you don't have to play with that, but that is the race rules.
They also have all other mods disabled for this tournament, but if you are interested in playing Factorio Randomizer, it is compatible with pretty much every mod. I haven't seen any mods yet that have broken for anybody.
Yeah, it's just if the mod adds other researchers, they won't be randomized, but
You can randomize them actually. You would need a little bit of knowledge because it does all of it. The Factorio randomizer does all of its reading from a JSON file. So if you can get a tech thing, load in a JSON file with all the text in it, then you can just have your own personal randomizer that does even more text and stuff.
Yeah, that's just not a. It's just not a thing that I don't think anyone.
I don't believe there's any intention to add more recipes and stuff to the like official, quote unquote official randomizer, since you can do it on your own. But yeah, we also have a starting inventory system. So in this case, the Factorio gets started with 19 burner miners and 19 smelting furnaces, so that they have an even 20 when they start out, rather so they don't have to just stand there and mine coal for 20 minutes. And then they also got granted a lab at the very beginning. But fun thing with Archipelago is that you can put anything you want that exists into that starting inventory and just give yourself, power armor Mark II, 5 exoskeletons, and a couple fusion reactors, and just run around everywhere really quickly. So,
I believe recipe sanity is planned, which is to say, split every recipe in the game into its own research.
I don't think I'll play that. That sounds awful. I think I'll give it a try and then never do it again because oh my god.
One of the options is actually to start with a rocket silo.
There actually is a goal option that you can have your silo spawned near your home base. It can't be destroyed or taken down, but all you have to do, your goal is basically just craft whatever items you need to build your actual rocket, feed it into there, and launch. Yeah, there's also a option to leave. So you can also not randomize your science packs and leave those vanilla and only randomize your rocket recipe. I don't think there's any option to not randomize the rocket recipe, but that would kind of not be a randomizer anymore. So, there's that.
I mean, you might still need to randomize the tech for it if you have that set. But yeah, let me check the settings. Well, yeah, I mean, you can set it to vanilla rocket silo, randomized rocket silo, or spawn with it.
I'm actually going to go ahead and pull in Team. We're sorry. I should have done this earlier, but since they've finished, let's go ahead and pull them in here for a post-game interview while we're waiting on Team Bolas Azules to finish up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still new to commentary, so I'm trying to figure out how to do anything over here.
Been a long while for me, too, so. But yes, it is absolutely possible to have a vanilla rocket silo recipe.
There's my commentator controls. Well, doesn't look like I have audio source actually for Kono or for Berserker or Eolina. Now that I finally found the controls, I can't switch to them. Darn. So we're just going to have to sit in silence. All right, looks like we've got team We're Sorry in here. GG, guys. Sorry for the late invite. I don't know what I'm doing.
So we see the counter is still climbing up.
Yeah, Eolina waited quite a while to hint for that engine, and there actually wasn't an engine in the Link to the Past seed. They were both in Factorio.
Interesting.
Oh,
This
I guess, yeah. They have 3 minutes still, I think, if my math is correct.
three
That
minutes.
sounds
still?
right. Yeah, that sounds right.
this is a round robin tournament, so this isn't the championship game, but it is the last.
That is the final
Tournament.
match.
Yeah. But yeah, that was you two finished very close together while the others did not.
Apparently
Matkap's
more than half an hour.
Matkap
difference
finished
at this point.
really fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
His Ganon fight's obviously a lot better than mine.
We got really worried when we saw that finish.
The biggest thing I saw for why Matkap finished faster than Kono, well, there was the Helmasaur fight.
I kind of want to talk about that.
That was a big one. But there was also they received their glove and their Moon Pearl and their mirror all very quickly.
Yeah. No, I was in
received them a
BK
little
mode
bit
for
quicker.
a while there, which is why I just kind of threw myself at the Helma a few times.
I think part of why that their glove came out earlier, I think part of it was that they hinted for it a lot earlier, but I think Berserker also, you got your progressive science a lot sooner than the other team did.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you went a bit into green there.
Did Matkap get a bomb in during the escape sequence or not?
No. They went back and checked it when they hit BK mode.
Well, I didn't have a glove at that point, so because my getting out of BK mode was
you do escape again. In standard start, the lamp stays lit.
Wait,
I actually
didn't
know that before the tournament.
I thought you couldn't get through the door. I thought it was closed. Still,
the main entrance.
Yeah, is it?
You can go from main entrance.
Oh, can you go in?
You can't go from
there?
the back. Yeah, you can go through there still.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
It closes the other way, but it doesn't close that way. Yeah.
Okay. Oh well, and it wouldn't have helped me much. I mean, that was what I looked at. There was a mirror back there, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. They got that
didn't really help me.
They were in BK mode and got that. Was that where the mirror was? Yeah. So they got that mirror.
Yep.
And then I was thinking of yesterday's game where they got the mirror right while they were on Hera, which was really funny. They went and that's the second glove. The Titans was actually on Spectacle Rock.
I saw that, but I never went up there. I was about to, but then I'm like, no, I should go check my goal instead, and then proceeded to flounder about in the Dark World for a bit.
There were also 2 swords in Paradox Cave.
I know, I found those.
Oh yeah, you found those. Yeah,
I found those.
Funnily enough, the decision to bail on that Titans Mitt, Matkap made the same choice. Like both of you saw the Titans Mitt and just left.
I never saw the Titans Mitt. I never went up to Spect Rock.
Oh, you didn't go up there and look at it. Yeah, so that was really funny though.
I don't think I ever did, because I was about to go up to Spec Rock. But then I'm like, no, I got the glove and the hammer. I should go to Dark World instead. So I went there to check my goal. And I only went back to Death Mountain because I'm like, I need a sword. Paradox Cave. That is the most dense place I can think of right now. That's why I went there.
Yeah, I think they went after the gold check too. They just had Dark World access a little bit lot earlier, just because it came from Factorio, and I think it was in Red Science where that Moon Pearl was.
Yeah.
So
when I saw the Moon Pearl get sent, I was like, "Oh man, that might actually put Rosario at a disadvantage here."
Assuming my math is correct, we just won.
Yep, looks like it. Well, I'm assuming Eolina is still going to want to finish this seed out, though.
But they're so close.
Yeah, they're very close to launching.
Close, so yeah.
Fair enough.
Congrats.
It's a bit weird to win by clock, but that's just how team games work.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless
they're at about 50% on their rocket right now.
Yeah,
unless the timing is done, just whoever both finish first.
No, it's average.
It's team
average.
It's actually team total time.
Average
gets very weird if you start adding spectator slots and then automatic computation gets messed up. So
it's a the same thing as average, like
Yeah,
effectively.
it gets you the same result, but the math is a lot cleaner on the programming side.
Less work.
Assuming there's no spectator slots, it's exactly
Who wants to
the same.
divide anyway?
Yeah.
Summing is where it's at.
Why not sum and divide?
Meh, too many instructions.
Oh, Kono, you want to know where that lamp was? Because Matkap actually hinted for the lamp as soon as they saw, like, almost immediately after checking goal.
Why?
Because you needed a fire source to begin in.
Yeah.
And you got lucky because the lamp was in Misery Mire lobby.
Which is Desert
I
Palace.
didn't have a glove. I didn't have my. Well, wait, where was Mr. Meyer lobby then?
It was at Desert West.
Which, yeah, you did need a glove for, but
yeah, you had access to that before the goal check.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, if you'd gone, both of you went straight to mountain as soon as you got the glove. Because I think everybody, we all kind of forgot that Desert Left entrance existed.
Yeah, I did actually.
Yes,
I would have figured it out.
Is after this in about 30 minutes.
You know, honestly, I didn't even think about the fire source requirement for Ganon. If I didn't get that, I got the fire rod from the forfeit. Yeah, if I didn't get that, that would have been bad.
Yeah,
that would have been real bad.
I don't remember where the half magic was, but Matkap did find that.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. That explains, yeah, because I was to say he had to do he got. I'm seeing he got butter sword.
I don't remember where the butter sword came from.
Oh, it was in Hookshot Cave apparently. My hints tell me this.
Yeah, that's
which makes sense if he had mitts. So yeah, no, yeah, he had their sequence of events just worked a lot better for them.
And the magic mirror was in or not the magic meter was in Super Bunny Cave.
Okay, yeah. I had no reason to go there. As soon as I got that tempered sword, I was like, okay. I don't think I would have even had.
I think they were still trying to find. As soon as they found those swords, they were trying to find fire source. So they were still doing checks.
Eolina just DNF.
Oh, they gave up on it? Alrighty.
Yeah.
Go ahead and invite them in here. It looks like they're still going to launch the rocket though.
Oh, okay.
But I'm guessing they realized it's over, so it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
They did actually get the same engine hint as you, so I have no idea where that second one was. I just know it was in Factorio somewhere.
Well, I can now find out since we're done. Both of them are in Factorio. Yeah, one is at Speed Module.
Yeah, I knew that much.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You did it when
module. Yeah, because Eolina would have probably finished first if they'd gotten it from the forfeit. So they were still looking for that engine.
And just in case we have new viewers again, once a world is completed, you can freely find out where something was.
There's a built-in hint system that turns itself pretty much just on fully once it detects that your goal is finished, so it just lets you hint for anything in your world. It's kind of nice, like, oh, I know it was here, you know, what was in that check that I skipped? It was interesting trying to fight Ganon while, you know, receiving a forfeit.
Yeah, I received a play-by-play commentary from Kono there while the fight was going on.
Yeah, I just assumed that y'all were doing that on purpose. Conan was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go start fighting Ganon and just forfeit your items to me."
I was like, you
Because
know,
he didn't have a fire source still, and I assume like if nothing else, he wanted that health and armor because neither of you had health or armor for that entire seed. It was rough.
You fought Ganon just hoping I would send you a fire source?
I forgot that I didn't have one. I said that already.
Wow, you got lucky.
I am.
Yeah, lucky
Very.
that the fire rod was in Factorio and not Link to the Past.
Yup.
I was wondering too. I was like, what do they do if Fire Rod is actually in Link to the Past world? Like, what happens here? Because we didn't know who the Fire Rod was yet.
I don't know.
We actually
Bring your flint and steel from Minecraft.
Matkap had already finished and hadn't received the fire rod. So, but yeah, glad that.
That was just pure luck. I was honest. Pure luck that happened.
There's a decent chance that either the fire rod or the lamp is in Factorio, you know. Totally calculated.
Yeah. I mean, one of them was. So, that is the statistically most likely outcome, I suppose.
Yeah, on average there's a fire source per world.
Mm.
Oh, and then there's our rocket launch from Eolina.
Nice.
Overall, pretty generous seed. So it seems like I should never play again and just roll seeds for people. So that seems to be the only way to get any good seeds. There we go. Now we're joined by Bolas Azules. How you feel? It's a bit rough there at the end, huh?
It's unfortunate. Obviously, we had some issues with the engine hint, I believe, because Eolina couldn't find it. In the end, he thought oh, maybe it's progressive engines. But yeah, that was kind of a shame.
Yeah. Probably trying to hint for engine unit, which is that is the vanilla item. That's what you would think to hint for, but yeah, it's progressive engine. The all of the train stuff is in progressive train networks, and then you've also got progressive processing, progressive advanced material processing. It's a few different progressive things, and that's what you have to hint for, really.
Yeah,
I actually found it though.
Didn't we pin a guide that lists all of those progressive items somewhere?
I'm not sure.
Probably.
Maybe.
I mean, it's on our probably on about on our side for sure.
I don't know if you want to pull that up in the middle of a race, though.
Fair, but if you don't know otherwise.
Yeah, it's a shame, but it's okay. I mean, it was.
Oh, you had one player who was finished. That player could have pulled it up, but yeah.
Yeah, there is a cheat sheet over there. Yeah, so let's pull up the cheat sheet in the middle of our tournament match. I'm sure this is perfectly fine and legal.
I've seen people pull up the dark maps while trying to do it at Agatha and stuff like that.
As long as someone's not giving it to you and you're searching it up yourself, then yeah.
It's or your teammate is doing it. Or you're just allowed to ask someone else who's not involved to help you. Yeah.
Yes, so we did just finish the match, but for it looks like we're getting some newer people in here who don't know what's going on. This was Link to the Past and Factorio Multiworld. Everything was kind of mixed up between each other. You've got Link to the Past items in Factorio as researchable techs, and you've got technology for Factorio in Link to the Past as Power Stars, from Mario. Because that's...
I've also personally definitely dived the Factorio wiki while playing before.
Oh yeah, me too. There's plenty of times where I was racing against you, and I was like, I don't know this recipe. I'm gonna pull that up.
Yep.
It's just because the reason things look like Power Stars in A Link to the Past is just because that's already in the game's code, and it's much easier to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knew?
Unused graphics are amazing for
Yeah.
ROM hacking.
Yep, someone thought of this, specifically Berserker here.
Yep, as a April Fool's joke that somehow worked.
Yeah, it was gonna be an April Fool's joke, and then it became an April Fool's update, real update.
Yep.
Jokes on you, it was real.
Yes,
It
the
actually-
Factorio system also, or the Archipelago system also supports other games such as Minecraft, Subnautica, Slay the Spire, Risk of Rain 2, Time Spinner, Ocarina of Time, and soon we are getting Super Metroid and Secret of Evermore. And I'm sure I missed something in there because there's a lot of stuff now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big update coming tomorrow with also co-op.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. If any of you have heard of A Link to the Past online, Archipelago is now going to be able to support that with every game included, other than you won't be able to see each other, but you'll still be able to share items amongst each other, and you can send them to other people at the same time.
Yep, co-op and multiworld together in one.
That's amazing. Once again, thank you so much. I mean, it's really amazing. Like I've seen it like a bit from Inception, like from when it was just like another version of A Link to the Past Multiworld, and having all these games and all these possibilities. It's just amazing and an excuse to learn new games, and yeah, it's really fun.
Yep, this forced me to learn Time Spinner and attempt to learn Ocarina of Time. I still have no idea what I'm doing in that game, but you know, I got the spirit.
Yeah, I've sort of done it last week. It's been a ton of fun for sure. Yeah, and I'm really, really pumped for Secret of Evermore. That was one of my favorite games when I was little. Haven't played it in a while, but yeah, really pumped to try.
Yeah, glad to hear Secret of Evermore players, because there's not too many of them, honestly.
Not a
bit of
game too many
niche
people have
game,
heard
but
of.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
bring some more people to the game as well.
And
Yeah, for
and
sure.
again, if anyone in chat happens to be a randomizer dev by any chance, you can come on down. We're very friendly. We will help you integrate into Archipelago if you wish.
Even if you're not a developer, please come and hang out with Archipelago with discord.gg/archipelago, or you can go to archipelago.gg, check out our website, see what other stuff we have to offer, and archipelago.gg/discord to hop into the Discord, come give us a chat, hang out, ask questions if you have any. There are multi-worlds constantly happening, just scheduled by people that are around. And, feel free to just join any multi-world when you just see one, or even schedule your own.
And there's also the great big async, which has a ton of games that are free to sort of play. You can play them and do whatever you want, and help the entire community together to complete a giant multi-world of several hundred worlds.
Have you decided on the number you're going to go with yet?
No. I'm gonna be rolling a range and seeing the highest number that works.
There you go. I imagine nothing will possibly break when you roll more than 300 seeds together.
Oh yeah, it's not like we're doing this for the very first time, and software
Yeah.
always works on first try, always.
Always.
So for reference, we had a 255 world limit, and it had actually been a limit for the async because it had wanted to be bigger than that. We're trying to break that for the first time on the next async.
Some games are holding it back, you know. Some
Hey,
games
those-
that were
those-
on the Super Nintendo hardware that can't really.
Those
put
games
that
came
in.
out 30 years ago, no bully.
And the Nintendo 64
totally.
hardware.
I'm sure they designed Link to the Past with 255 multiplayers in mind.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, honestly,
They
they
did,
did because
but
it
they
works.
didn't do 256. That was their
Yeah.
failing.
That's where they failed.
Yeah.
What was that engine unit crafting time, by the way?
It was bad. Let me look it up. It was not as bad as the last time, I'm pretty sure. 5 seconds, exactly.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
How
Oh,
about
yeah. Just imagine
science?
when NES games get added. You couldn't imagine that.
You had friendly red
This one
science
NES
recipes.
game in progress, and they are just not displaying that at all. Which player it's coming from or to, I think.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
about that.
I don't think that'll be an issue for them because it seems like they're going to go with the remote option, which is going to be nice. It'll be nice having an old game that functions properly.
Yeah, but the
So,
old game.
No, it's
Right.
no, talking about Archipelago. How do we feel about that race, though? Balesa Zulas. We talked a little bit with Wersari already.
It was fine. A Link to the Past side was fine. I don't really like that much the dungeon shuffle, as I'm not that used to it, but it was okay. Like, at least since I was locked, I kind of knew where the left side Desert Palace was, which in the end was key.
Yeah, yeah, that was really lucky hint, or really lucky that you already knew where that was.
Yeah, that I thought that was maybe like the biggest difference because it was like, unless you were really looking for that, I feel it wasn't easy to get there, and it wasn't either on Factorio. And yeah, it was crazy because like suddenly you get I failed the bomb jump since I'm just used to hover in Spectacle Rock, and the bomb jump sucks, and unfortunately I can't do it. So I just like left the mountain, then didn't just let's check the pyramid, and suddenly okay, it's just one crystal, and I already had it. I need swords. Suddenly I find 3 swords, which was kind of crazy. And for a second I save and quit. I was going to the mountain, and I then realized I needed a fire source. I almost went to Ganon without it.
Yeah.
Really
Almost.
close.
He almost did.
Yes.
Oh, it would have been funny if you had also gotten to 4th phase realizing you didn't have a fire source.
Oh wow.
Luckily, Kono got his fire rod in the 4th bit right before 4th phase. So
The Berserker's forfeit happened while I was fighting Ganon.
Oh
Fun.
yeah, that's amazing.
And I got
that
both
last
silvers.
race.
It was great because like the forfeit ended pretty much right as phase 4 hit. So Ganon's like, "Did you find silvers in the Factorio world?" And like 2 seconds later, I hold the silvers above my head. Yeah, we did.
Ganon, enjoy this.
you mean these?
Yeah, because like if the fire rod was also in a crazy Link to the Past, that could get like because what did you hint? Because I never really know what to hint at the start, to be honest.
We actually hinted for gloves because
Yeah,
I didn't.
okay.
I was in BK mode. We didn't get gloves.
Yeah, both teams hinted for gloves because of that early BK, and you both got the same hint, so that was definitely the correct choice. It would have been very unlucky if either of you had gotten the other glove. That would have really sucked.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we held off on the glove hint too because I didn't have Moon Pearl or glove, and it was between those two. I'm like, glove would help me get more out of logic checks because then I could go up the mountain.
If either of you had remembered that desert left entrance, I think glove would have been a more valuable hint.
I mean, it already was because we had hookshot super early, so like you could have already gone to the mountain. There was all of the mountain there.
Yep.
All of the that entrance for the extra dungeon and that side, yeah. But we ended up getting Moon Pearl before glove. On the way.
No, we got it like.
Oh, so you hinted
like
after you got the Moon Pearl?
No, I
we
hinted for glove, and then I got Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl like immediately? Oh, okay.
Immediately afterwards, because that's just what he had researching at the time.
Yeah, we got it like 30 seconds after as well, and then it was okay. Titan mids. Then I failed the bomb jump. Okay, let's go to the pyramid, and okay, I'm done. I just need items. Yeah, I got it because at that moment it was once I realized I needed fire. It was just like okay, let's just do as many checks as possible to hint again and pray. And yeah, in case like people used to playing A Link to the Past once again, Randomizer, I just want to say, like, the hint system and everything with the text and Multiworld really changes the game and the way to play.
Oh yeah, one of the
Once you
things
try
I
it.
was constantly doing in the beginning is I was like, the smaller checks, like you want to pick up everything. That desert ledge, if you run down and you see it's nothing, pick it up anyway, because that's a hint point.
Yeah, it makes even garbage items, even items that you know are garbage and you have to go out of your way of, they suddenly
race
have
game
value.
items garbage, race game garbage. Those are hint points now.
Do the items in shops count?
Um,
If it's
in
not
shop
shop
sanity, yes.
sanity.
In
Only
out
if
of
they're
shop
in
Only if it's
sanity,
shop
no.
sanity, right? Okay, because
Yeah.
I thought it did for a moment, but I wasn't sure, and I wanted to test it more.
Yeah, because when you have shop sanity, that increases your item count to 248.
Okay,
Even
okay.
maps and like
Or
Yes.
246.
and
Yeah,
compasses, they also count. Even if they're stuck to their own dungeon, they count towards hints. So
Yeah.
okay.
Can be
And the
worth
key
full
drops
credit.
don't count, right?
No.
If it's not key drop shuffle or something. Okay.
I think if you turn key drop shuffle on, even though they don't get shuffled, they still count towards hint points because maybe because
Okay.
the client recognizes it at least.
All right, so we've actually going to go ahead and start wrapping up because there's a Wind Waker tournament happening here in about 10 minutes or so. GG, guys. I guess Team We're Sorry took this one. Still a very good race from both sides. It was a very fast Link to the Past seed. It was honestly crazy how quickly you went from BK to Go mode. Any final thoughts from Team We're Sorry?
GG, well played.
Yeah.
And Bolas Azules, any final thoughts for you guys?
It was fun, for real. I really like playing this game on SpeedGaming, and Matkap is a great partner, and I thanks him too for playing with me, and thanks a lot for the developers and streamers and everybody watching this and playing this.
Yeah, thank you so much to SpeedGaming for restreaming and setting all of this up. Shout out to Ijwu for managing most of the Archipelago tournaments. Shout out to Berserker here for making Factorial Randomizer the nightmare that it is.
We're sorry.
That's where our team name comes from.
So go ahead and check us out, archipelago.gg/discord or discord.gg/archipelago. And GG. Thanks for watching.
GG's and thank you to everyone.